Good morning, everyone. Brooke here. We're going to do some Pilates. We've got a 45-minute session planned for today. And I'm going to use some equipment, so optional light weights. If you want to add a little bit of challenge, a little bit more for the upper body, we're doing some of our abdominals. Also going to use a resistance loop and a soft ball. So if you have those, go ahead and grab them. But again, the equipment is optional. It's not absolutely necessary. Now we're going to start standing up today, coming to the end of the mat, starting with our usual plank variations. Just have a look at your feet, spread the toes nice and wide. Feet should be hip width apart with your toes and heels in a line. And just start lengthening through the crown of the head, start drawing in the abdominals, just thinking about your posture, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears, and then take a deep breath in, reaching your arms overhead, and then breathing out, coming up into a nice high balance. And we're just going to drop the heels down and then lift them back up about 4 or 5 times just to warm up the lower legs. Stay there for 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it nice and high and then reach your arms back to the side as you slowly drop your heels down to the mat. Hands come back to your legs, drop your chin to your chest, around the spine, and start slowly rolling down over your legs. Just feeling that first stretch through the backs of the hamstrings, and nod your head and shake the head side to side. Good. Now just swing your arms left and right. Just swing your torso. And then come back to the center. And bend your knees. Get the hands flat on the mat. And slowly start walking your hands forward, coming out into a high plank. Good. And now we're going to lift the head. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. I want you to lift the right leg up. Get a stretch of the back of the leg. And then breathe out. Drop the knee under the body. Connect to the opposite elbow. Again, lift that right leg high, toe up to the ceiling, then breathe out, knee under the body to the elbow. 2 more lifts, and lower. Last one, high to low, and then back into your plank. Again, check the head is up, hips not too high, and then send your left leg up. Really reach the toe up to the ceiling, stretch both legs long and straight, drop the knee under the body to the opposite elbow. 3 more, lift. And lower, last 2, and drop. 1 more, up and down. And then we come back to our plank. Lift your hips high, press into your heels and hold your stretch here for a big breath in. Good, and walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend the knees, drop your chin, round your spine, and roll yourself slowly back up to standing. Once the head comes up, I want you to turn your palms out. Lead with your pinkies, reaching your arms out in front of you, up over your head, and then reach the palms or the backs of the hands together behind your back. And take the hands down to the sides again, rotate the arms out. This time lead with your thumbs and really reach back, opening up the chest, getting the shoulders nice and mobile, circling all the way forward. We're going to go 1 more time each way, flip the palms, lead with the pinkies, back to the hands drawing in towards each other as you circle all the way around. Last one, flipping the palms out, lead with the thumbs, reach the arms behind first, over your head, and then reaching out in front of you until they come back down to your sides. And then just check your shoulders are away from your ears, drop your chin to your chest, round the spine, draw the abdominals in, and slowly roll down over your legs. And again, I just want you to hold your stretch here, and then bend your right knee slightly, keep your left leg straight. And then change it, bend your left knee, keep the right leg straight. 1 more time each way. Really try to push into the heel of that straight leg. And then switch again, push into the heel of your straight leg. Then bend both knees, get the hands to the mat, walk forward, breathing out as you come out into your plank. And then we're going to turn into a side plank. So I'm going to lift one arm, reach it up to the ceiling, scoop the belly button in, press the mat away with that hand, and then breathe in, come back to your plank. And a little push-up, breathing in as you lower, breathe out as you lift, and turn the opposite direction. Squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward, reach the fingertips, lift your hips high. Inhale, come back to the center point, push up. Turn, side plank, shoulder stays over the hands, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Inhale, back to your plank, add your push-up. And then twist the other way. Now, if you need to modify this, if you're starting to fatigue, feel free to drop one knee down, and when you come through your plank, both knees go down, push up with modified push up with the knees down, and then you can plank on the other side. Good. Last one, push up. So again, showing the modified version here. and lift. Good, now come back to your plank. Lower your knees if they're not already down and sit back onto your heels. Just stretch out your back, rest your head. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let it go. Good, now change position, coming all the way down onto your back. And I want you to pick up your light weights if you want to use the weights. So again, the weights are going to make it a little bit more challenging, so only add the weights if you feel like you need something a little bit more. Now we're going to reach your arms forward over your legs. Really draw your chest down towards your knees. Stretch with the fingertips. I've got my fingers laid slightly together and holding the weights together. And then breathe in, straighten up your back, shoulders down away from the ears, and then breathe out, round the spine, scoop your dumbbells and point your toes, squeeze your legs together, and slowly resist gravity as the arms come all the way behind you. Take a deep breath in, then breathe out, lift the hands, lift the head, peel the spine up, stretch forward, breathe in, realign your spine, shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to breathe out and just come halfway back. Hold here. Now we're going to lift your left arm up to the ear as the right arm crosses your body, and then breathe in, change the arms. Now you separate the lower half of your body from the upper half. So there's no movement through the feet. The legs are anchored, really grounded into your mat. We turn the shoulders kind of in isolation from those legs. So really twist the upper body, but keep the lower body still. Big movements with the arms lengthening through your limbs, both the arms and the legs. Last 2 and 1. Good, take the hands back to the front. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Let's come down an inch and hold. Go 1 more inch lower and hold. So go 1 last inch and then slowly roll yourself all the way back down to the mat. Take a deep breath in and then breathe out. Lift the hands, lift the head again, curling your spine up and reach forward. Inhale, again, come back into that straight back, shoulders down. Exhale, we're going to round the spine, scoop the abdominals in. Let's even go an inch lower and then lift your arms up overhead. Again, keep the feet anchored to the mat. Inhale down, exhale up, inhale down. So when you lean back up, when those arms go up, you feel the feet wanting to come up off the mat and you have to work to keep them down. 2 more, lift and lower. Last 1, lift and lower, and then let's come all the way down to the mat, bone by bone. 1 more time, breathing in, lengthening as those weights go behind you, and then adding your strengthening, engaging the abdominals as you roll up and stretch and realign, restack your spine. And last variation with our roll down, we're going to twist. Left arm reaching the left corner of the mat. Inhale back to the center. Right arm reaches back. Inhale, center. Point the toes, squeeze the legs together, really strong lower body. Leaning back as much as you can. Remember to breathe. Breathing out as we open the arms. Breathe in as you recenter. Breathe out as you twist. Breathe in as you center. Let's go 1 last time. Each way. Last 1, twist and center. Then go down an inch, hold, scoop the belly a little tighter, down another inch and hold, and then all the way down. And then just drop your weights over to the side. Good. Lift your knees up to tabletop position. So right knee comes up, knees above the hips, shins parallel to the floor. Sink the ribs down, but maintain a little gap under your lower back. So we're in neutral spine. Your hip bones and pubic bone are level. So we're not tucking the tailbone under or tilting the pelvis forward. Draw the belly button in. And we're going to lift the head and shoulders and reach your arms to the wall in front of you and start pumping the arms. Breathing in for 4 beats. Lift the palms as you breathe out for 4. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Now let's try to stretch your legs long and then rotate the toes outward. So your heels are together. We've got a strong inner thigh connection and legs are long and straight. Now if you need to modify, if you want to keep it at a lower level, just keep the knees bent. You can even take 1 hand to support the back of the head if you need it. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3. Now look down towards your abdominals and try to draw that belly button in, but try to maintain your neutral spine. Try to maintain that little gap under the lower back. Make sure you're not tilting or tucking the pelvis. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. And now last thing, got to really stretch your arms to the wall in front of you. Get your shoulders high up off the mat, and there's no bend in the wrist. The arms are like paddles. Last breath. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Good, now let's just drop the head and shoulders down, hug your knees into your chest. A little bit of movement side to side, just massaging out any tension through the lower back. Good, now lift the toes up to the ceiling. Let's stretch the backs of the legs. Circle your feet around both ways. Point the toes. I'm going to take the hands behind the head. Elbows are out wide. Scoop the belly button in. With this one, our lower back is flat against the mat. We're going to curl the head and shoulders up and then turn the torso as you drop one leg down. So your elbows are wide. Elbow reaches towards that top leg, opposite elbow towards the knee. Now, if this feels too strong, you can just bend that top leg rather than going into a full scissors. But if you can, try to keep slow, controlled scissors. Big movements with the legs. 8, 7, elbows stay wide as if you've got a broomstick behind your head. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drop the shoulders, draw the knees in, take a deep breath. Second set, we're gonna lift the toes up to the ceiling, a little variation. We're gonna peel the head and shoulders up off the mat, scoop the belly button in, and we're gonna hold the back of the calf or the ankle. Really try to get high on that leg, shoulders down away from the ears, nose reaching towards the knee. Switch, let's hold the next one. Again, try and get the hand up behind the calf or the ankle. Now we're gonna speed it up, stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more set. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, long straight legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then drop your shoulders, hug your knees in, take a breath. A little bit of movement side to side, just rocking left and right. Good. Now stretch your legs all the way out and cross your right leg over your left. Take your hands to your abdominals and just sink the rib cage down. Pinkies on your hip bones and try to draw. Imagine you're drawing your hip bones together. So really engage the lower abdominals. So imagine just drawing everything in. Pelvic floor lifting. Then take your hands behind your head and curl your head and shoulders up. Draw the belly button in as the shoulders go up. Inhale down. Exhale lift. Inhale lower. Stay here for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold the next one up. Draw the belly button in. Pelvic floor squeeze. Pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Lift your right knee up to tabletop. Pulse towards your knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now twist towards that knee. Lift your left elbow up to the ceiling. Right elbow goes down towards the mat, opening the elbows wider as you twist. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one for 3, 2, 1, and then drop the shoulders, stretch your right leg out. Take a deep breath in, elbows nice and wide. Cross your left leg over the right. Again, sink the ribs down, draw the belly button in, draw the hip bones together, engage your lower abdominals, and then breathe out. Lift your head and shoulders up off the mat, breathe into lower. Lift and lower. Try not to pull at the back of the head. So just kind of supporting that head in the pads of your fingertips. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it up, little pulses at the top. Draw the belly button in. Scoop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and freeze. Left knee comes up to tabletop. Crunch towards your knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold and twist. Right shoulder, right elbow up to the ceiling, turning towards that left knee, squeezing the obliques on the left side of your waist. Stay there for 4, 3, elbows a little wider as you lift that shoulder. 2, hold the last one for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drop your shoulders, reach your arms overhead, stretch your leg out, and take a deep breath in, lifting your ribs up off the mat. Good. Now sink the ribs down, take the hands to your sides, pull your knees into your chest. We're going to press into the hands and roll the knees in. Try to lift your hips up. Slowly roll the spine down, extend the legs out and in. So we try to get the knees to the chest, rolling those hips up off the mat. Now, if they don't come up too high, don't worry about it. As long as you're engaging the muscles, they don't have to come all the way up. Lift and lower. So this just goes a little bit deeper into your lower abdominals. It strengthens the lower abdominals and it stretches and mobilizes your lower back. Stay here for 4, Extend and bend. 3, lower, out and in. Last 2, lift, lower, stretch, and bend. 1 more, lift, lower, extend the legs, and then just hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Good. Okay, take your hands behind the knees, draw your chin to your chest. We're gonna roll up to sitting. We're gonna actually come all the way up to standing. Now take a moment to have a quick sip of water. And we're gonna do some leg exercises standing, including some balancing. So we start standing at the end of the mat. Just have a look at your feet. Feet should be parallel, hip width apart. And take a big step forward with your right foot. Now we're gonna drop your back knee, your left knee, and try to pull it slightly forward so it's almost at a 90-degree angle. Really press into the heel of your front foot. Sit tall. Imagine you're balancing a book on top of your head. And then breathe in, stretch the legs, breathe out, bend the knees. Lift and lower. So now imagine puppet strings just pulling you up and dropping you back down. So strings on the shoulders, strings on the top of the head. As you lift and lower. Stay there for 3. To find a focal point in front of you just to help with your balance. Last one, and we're going to come down and hold it as low as you can. Pulse down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to float your back leg up. Drop your chest. Extend your standing legs, hands along the side, and balance. Breathe in, come into your lunge. And then breathe out, float up into your balance. Find your focal point on the floor. Lift that back leg, squeeze the glute on your left leg. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Again, straighten your standing leg, dropping the chest, reaching through the fingertips and the toes. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift up and hold. Chest down, back leg high, shoulder blades together. Last one, inhale, lower. And then we're gonna add a little variation, and we're gonna reach the arms out in front of you as you stretch the leg behind, try to maintain your balance. And then take the hands back to the side and come back down into a lunge. Good, again, drop your back knee, lift your front heel this time. So run the balls of the feet on that front foot. Think rib to hip connection, tailbone heavy towards the mat. Breathe in, stretch the legs, breathe out by the knees. Lift and lower. Bend, find your focal point in front. Draw the core tight, shoulders back. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, and we're going to hold the next one down. Pulse it low. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold the last one down. Get a little deeper, and then drop the front heel. Press into your right leg, your front leg, and then lift your left leg up. So we're balancing on the right. Breathe in, step that left foot behind. Breathe out, left knee comes up to hip height, shoulder blades together behind the back. Stand tall. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Good. Last 2. And lift. 1 more, back. Up and hold. And then kick the foot up for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just step that left foot down to the mat. Lift your right leg. Give it a little bit of a shake. Just kind of let go any tension that was building up in that right leg. And then we're going to change sides. So step your right leg back. Left leg is forward, so make sure you've switched. Drop your back knee, pull it slightly forward, tilt the pelvis, scoop the abdominals in. Breathe in, stretch, and bend. Lift, and lower. Good. Try to get that back knee really low, close to the mat. Stay there for 4, 3, last 2. Hold the next one on, engage the core muscles, pulse low. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lift the back leg, hands along your sides, drop the chest, squeeze that glute on your right leg. Breathe in, come back into your lunge. Breathe out, into a bounce, drop the chest, lift the back leg, shoulder blades together behind the back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Hold. And down. Up and hold. Good. Last one. It feels so nice when it actually all works. There's no tumbling. Try to reach your arms out in front of you. Lengthen from the tips of the fingers to the tip of those toes, and then take that back leg down. Drop your back knee back into a deep lunge, and ribs to hips. Imagine your pelvis like a bowl of water. We don't want the water kind of pouring out in front of you. Lift the front heel up. Breathe in, stretch the legs. Breathe out, bend the knees. Lift and lower. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3. Try to exhale as you come down. Inhale as you lift. Last one. We hold low. Lift the heel high. Pulse it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold the last one. Try to scoop the belly a little tighter. Drop the back knee a little lower. Lift the front heel a little higher. And then step that front heel down as you lift your right knee up. Inhale back into your lunge. Hands in front. Exhale, lift the right knee. Hands along your sides. Shoulder blades together behind the back. Find your focal point. 3 more. Inhale back. Exhale up. Last 2. Stepping back. Lifting up. And 1 back. Up and hold. Shoulders back, kick the foot out. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just step your right foot down. Let's lift your left leg up. Give it a little shake. And then take your left foot into your hand behind your back. Knees together, hips forward. Really pull the heel in towards your hips and reach your arm up to the ceiling. Good. Now changing, left foot down on the mat, right foot into your hand. Again, keep the knees together, push your hips forward, pull your heel in, lift your arm up. And breathe. Good. Now drop that right foot. Just check that your feet are parallel, hip width apart. And we're going to roll down. So I want you to drop your chin to your chest. Draw your abdominals up in and slowly roll down over your legs. Just hanging there for a moment. Take a big breath in and then start to bend your knees. Get your chest resting on top of your thighs in a really low squat. And then see if you can control and just sit your bum down onto the mat and step your feet out slightly in front of you. Good. Okay, we're going to grab the ball. And we're going to need the weights as well. Coming back to our abdominals for a moment. So ideally, we have the ball between the knees. But if your lower back is twinging or if you feel any lower back issues might be creeping in today, place the ball behind you. You're going to come into our C curve. So you can use that ball for support under the lower back if you need it. Otherwise, place the ball behind the knees and use your abdominals for support. But if the abdominals aren't there yet, you can use that ball if you need it. Pick up your weights if you want to add a little more challenge through the arms. So your feet, knees, and hips are all in a line. Tilt the pelvis, scoop the abdominals around your spine, like rib to hip connection, belly button pulled in tight, and just float your arms up. Imagine you're hugging a ball in front of you. So you're almost making a circle with these arms. Then breathe out, come down an inch, squeeze your ball, inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift. Stay there for 6, 5. Again, drawing the belly button in each time you lower. 3, 2, last one. Back and hold on. Lift your right arm up. Inhale, lower down. Left arm goes up. Inhale, lower down. If you want to advance that, lift both arms up. Inhale down to either keep alternating or doing both, whichever feels better for you today. You don't want to overextend yourself. Aim for just 2 more. And last one. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. And take your hands to your knees and stretch out your back. Big inhale. As you breathe out, we're going to come back into our C curve. Tilt the pelvis. Scoop the abdominals around the spine. Float those hands just above your knees. Elbows out wide, shoulders down. I'm going to turn to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to the center. Keep the bend in the elbow as you twist to the right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist left. Make sure you're leaning back enough. When your hands come back together, they should be kind of right over your knees, even like the body side of your knees. Stay there for 3 and 2. Last one. Back to the center and stretch. Breathe out, right back down into the C curve. This time we're going to turn to your left. Elbows wide, shoulders down. Try to lift the weight, scoop the core. Go down an inch, up an inch, tuck. And let's squeeze your ball tight. Stay there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hold the last one. Lift your left arm overhead. Inhale, lower down. Lift the right arm overhead. Inhale, lower down. Lift both arms overhead. Inhale down and do 3 more, either alternating or with both arms moving. Last 2, and down, and 1. Hold the last one up for 3, 2, 1. Hands come back to knees and realign your spine. Pull your shoulders back. Last set, turning the other way. So tilt the pelvis, gather the belly, round your spine, turn to the right, elbows wide, shoulders down, go down an inch, up an inch. You can twist any further. Make sure your knees aren't leaning the opposite direction from your shoulders. Keep the knees in line with your hips. Again, we're separating that upper body from your lower body. Just twisting the upper body, lower body stays centered. Stay there for 3, 2, hold the last one. Squeeze the ball a little tighter, draw the belly button in, lift your right arm up. Inhale, lower down, left arm goes up. Inhale, lower down, both arms up. Inhale down, 3 more, either alternating or both arms. Last 2, lift and lower, and we hold the last one up for 3, 2, 1, and then take your hands back to the knees and stretch everything out. Good. Pop your weights to the side, and I want you to take your ball away and come into a balance, and then place the ball between your ankles. We're going to hold the backs of your knees. Elbows are out wide. Now try to stretch your legs long. Bend the knees. So make sure you've got a good grip on the ball. Stretch the legs long. Bend the knees. Now with the next stretch, we're going to lift the arms up as well. Stretch and lift the arms. Bend the knees. Hold the back of the knees. Maybe draw the knees a little closer into the chest. Lift the chest. Extend the arms. Extend the legs. Bend the knees. Again, roll the shoulders back. Imagine hooks lifting your chest. Lift your chin slightly. Knees in. One more time. Extend and bend. Now we're going to add a roll back. Now make sure you've got enough mat behind you. I think I'm a little too close to the back of my mat. So I'm going to shift forward. I'm going to roll back to the shoulders, up to the balance, into your teaser position, and then hands to the back of the knees. One more roll back to the shoulders, up to your balance. Extend, holds, back into your roll. Roll back, roll up, stretch. And then last one, roll back to the shoulders, up to your balance, stretch everything out, and then drop your feet down to the mat and just sit up nice and tall. Good. Okay, fall to the side, find your loop, and feel free to grab some more water if you need it. We're going to get the loop up around your knees. So both feet go through your loop, and shimmy it up just above the knees. And the first set, we're going to do some shoulder bridge, some kind of thrust up with the hips. I want your heels to be touching and your toes turn out. Heels are quite close in towards your hips. Open your knees out, kind of pushing into that band already as we just kind of sit in this resting pose. So knees wide, heels touching. Arms along your side. We're going to breathe out. Lift the hips up. Really press the hips high. Press the knees out into the band. And then inhale, lower down. Now, don't let the knees retract in as you lower the hips. So the knees are always pushing out into that band, reaching to the edges of your mat as you lift the hips up and down. Stay there, 10 and 9. Really get the hips high. Try to get them higher than the line that runs between your knees and your shoulders. Stay there, 6, 5, 4, remember heels are touching, toes turn out. 3, 2, last one. We hold up, narrow the waist, relax your shoulders. Maybe walk your hands closer to your feet and pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more set, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the hips high now, pulse the knees out. 8, 7, 6, really stretch that band. 4, 3, 2, one more set again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now breathe in, reach the arms all the way behind you. Back to the hands touch the floor. Breathe out, drop your rib cage down first, middle back second. Try to tilt the pelvis to get through every joint of your lower back before the tailbone comes down, and then take your knees back together. Take a breath. Good. Now the second set, we're going to come onto or toes, and take your toes to the edges of your mat. So your heels are up. You should be able to touch your heels with your hands. Knees are wide, pressing out into that loop. Press your lower back down into the mat. Scoop the belly button and squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. And then lift the hips all the way up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. And lower. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Holding up. Walk your hands a little closer to your feet. Little pulse up. Squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set. Big squeezes. 8. Up an inch, down an inch, but really squeeze. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And hold knees out. 8, 7. Press that band wide. Last 4, 3, 2. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one. Press those knees out. Lift the hips high. Breathe in. Reach the arms all the way behind you. Back to the hands touch the floor. And then breathe out. Melt your spine down. Rib cage first. Middle back second. Bone by bone through your lower back. And then wrap your hands around your knees and hug your knees into your chest. And a little bit of movement side to side. Good. Now take the hands to the backs of the knees. Draw your chin to your chest. I'm going to roll up to sitting. And then flip over onto your side. So I want you to prop your head up and have your bottom knee bent. And the bottom knee is at the front edge of the mat. The top leg is straight and pulling that band back towards the back edge of your mat. Take your hands to your lower abdominals. Make sure your hips are stacked and your lower abdominals are tight. And then lift the leg up and down. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up. Pulse it up at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to point the toe and draw a big circle all the way around. Freeze at the top. 3 more. Take it forward, down, back, and hold. Forward, down, sweep it back and hold. Try to keep that leg long and straight. Last one in this direction. Hold at the top, shoulders down away from the ears. Reverse the circles. Take it back, down, forward. Hold it up and back, down, forward, and hold. 2 more. Back, down, all the way around and hold. Last one. Back, down, all the way around. Hold. And then lower your top leg and extend your lower leg. So your heels together, toes turned out, both legs just up off the mat. Shoulder blades together behind the back, and then bend your knee, point the knee up to the ceiling, and then take the heels back together. Squeeze the inner thighs. Not like pulling that loop, like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Good, stay there. 4 more. Lift and lower. 3, 2. Now with this last one, we're going to add a little variation. I want you to kick the foot up, flex the feet, draw the heels back together. Let's do that 3 more times. Knee to the ceiling, toe to the ceiling, draw the legs back together. 2 more. Knee points up, toe reaches up, heels come back together. Last one, knee to ceiling, toe to the ceiling, lower the heels back together, and then drop your feet down to the mat. We're just going to drop your top knee forward and tap out any tension that's built up in that muscle. Take your hand behind your head and just open your elbow out to the back wall. Then open your arms out. Back of the hands touching the floor. That back arm circles all the way around your body. And then one circle the other way. Good. Then take your hands back together in front. Knees come together, and we're going to change straight over to the other side. Pop your head up, bottom knee is bent, top leg is straight. Again, check your lower abdominals are in, your hips are stacked, and then lift the top leg up and down. Lift and lower. So that band should be kind of stretching towards the back edge of your mat, a little bit of an angle. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to hold up, pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toe, circle the leg forward, down, reach it back, hold at the top. Gather the core in a little tighter. Stabilize the pelvis in your upper body as you do those big sweeping circular motions with the leg. Try to make the circle as big as you can. One more in this direction, and then we hold at the top. Just check your alignment, check the shoulders are down. Reverse your circle. Take it back, down, forward, and hold. And again, back, down, forward, and hold. Really reach that leg back. Squeeze that glute on that left leg to pull that leg back towards the back wall. Two more. And hold at the top. Last one, back, down, forward, and around. And then lower that leg. Extend your lower leg. Heels together, toes turn out. Open collarbone. And we're going to bend the knee. Knee points to the ceiling. Heels back together. And bend. And extend. Stay there for 3. And 2. This one, we're going to add our kick. So lift the toe up. Flex your foot. Heels draw back together. Let's try 3 more like that. Knee to ceiling. Reach the toe up to the ceiling. Extend the leg. And then lengthen through the heel as you draw the heels back together. 2 more. Knee up. Extend, kick that foot out. And then long legs coming back together. Last one. Knee points up. Toe reaches up. And we draw everything back together. Let the feet come down to the mat. Drop your top knee forward. Just tap out the hip. Hands behind the head, and then open the elbows nice and wide. Really turning the shoulders as the knee stays anchored to the mat in front. Reach your arms out to your side, back to the hands touch the floor, and then take that back hand over your head. Circle around the body, all the way around. Let's reverse that circle. Let's do one big circle the other way. Good, and then just close your arms back together like you're closing a book. And then take the knees back together, and we're going to come up to sitting. Now we're going to remove the band, the loop. And we're going to do some tricep exercises. So with your feet hip width apart, if you make a fist, you should have about a fist distance between your knees. So place that fist between the knees. Keep your knees in that position. Take your hands behind your back, point your fingertips towards your hips. Roll your shoulder blades together, pull your elbows together, and then bend your elbows. Kind of wrap them in and extend. Bend and extend. Stay here for 4, 3. Each time you extend, squeeze the tops of your arms. Squeeze those triceps to the backs of the arms. Last 2. Extend and hold the last one. Now press into your heels, lift your hips high, narrow your waist, and pull the elbows in towards each other as you continue to bend and extend. For 6. 5, remember that wrap, drawing in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to lift your right leg up. Try to stretch that toe up to the ceiling or bend the knee if you need it. We're going to lower the leg down, lift it up, and the elbows extend. Leg goes down and up, elbows down and up. 4 more. Down and lift, bend, extend. 3, lift, down and up. Last 2. Bend, extend. 1 more. Down, up, and down, and up. Now we're going to drop the foot, drop the hips. We're going to do 1 set with the hips down. Again, wrapping the elbows in for 6, 5, 4. Squeeze the muscles with each extension. Hold the last one. Lift your hips high, narrow the waist, send your left leg up to the ceiling. Try to get that leg as straight as you can. Lower the leg down, lift it up, bend the elbows, extend. Down and up, bend, extend. 4 more. Down, up, press into your right foot to keep the hip high on that right side. Last 2, lift, bend, extend. 1 more. Down, up, bend, extend. Take your left foot down to the mat. Lift your hips even higher. Look to the wall behind you. And then breathe out. Just sweep your hips between your hands and lift your arms up. Thumbs reaching to the wall behind you. Bend your right elbow, pull it in, lift your head up, and then try to connect the fingertips of your left hand to that right as you reach through the top of the head. And then change the hands. We start that right arm pulling the left elbow in, chin up, chest up, fingertips together behind your back, a little wriggle so you can get more of a connection, and really lift the chin as you relax the shoulders. Good, now let go. Come onto your front. Coming right to the middle of your mat, and I want you to pick up your weights again.
Weights in your hands, arms out to your sides, elbows about 90 degrees. Now lift the belly button up in towards your spine, just lifting the weight of the belly away from the mat. And then let's start with just the chest. Just keep the elbows and the weights on the floor and just really lift and lengthen your upper body. Inhale, lower back down. One more there, just keeping the feet on the mat, trying to engage the abdominals as you lift the chest. Inhale, lower. Next one, we're gonna take the weights, take the elbows up, and then inhale, lower back down. Let's aim for 4 more here. Breathing out, and in, and 3, and down. Last 2, and lower. One more, lift, and lower. Now extend your arms out into a Y shape towards the corners of your mat. Turn your weights on their end, take your feet a little wider, and lift your right arm and left leg, and then left arm, right leg. Switch. 8, 7, opposite arm leg, lengthening through the fingers and the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then everything comes down. Let's leave the weights behind. Take your hands back down to along your sides, back the hands to the floor. And then lift your arms, lift your legs, turn the pinkies up to the ceiling, pull your shoulder blades together behind your back. Inhale, lower everything back down. Exhale, lift, shoulder blades together. Inhale, lower. 2 more, breathing out to lift. Breathe in to lower. And with this last one, we're gonna lace the fingers behind the back. Lift the legs up and then try to zip your heels together. Get the inner thighs connected. Drop everything back down to the mat, hands, legs, chest. Take a deep breath in, and then once again, same as before, hands together behind the back, heels together, lift the legs, shoulder blades together, hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take the hands under your shoulders, zip back onto your heels, toes together, knees apart. And stretch out your back, stretch out your arms and your shoulders. Good. Come up to all fours. We're going to take the right hand and thread it through your body. Kind of slide the arm across the floor. Keep your hips right above your knees and lift your left arm up to the ceiling. Breathe into the rib cage. Imagine opening the ribs out like an umbrella. So big breath in. So really stretching into that shoulder. And then take the top hand down. Take the back hand through the body and lift that arm up. Imagine somebody's pulling that hand back to really open up your chest. Then inhale, take the right hand down. Exhale, take your left arm through the body. Keep reaching that arm through, press into the back of the arm. Lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Inhale, take umbrella breath, expand the ribs. And then as you exhale, slowly drop the right hand down. Take the left arm through the body and reverse the twist of the spine, like pulling that arm back. And then back to all fours. Now flip over onto your back. And cross your right ankle over your left knee. Now take your right hand to that right knee and try to push it away as you take the left hand to the back of the left knee. Pull the left knee in and push the right knee away. So just trying to open up that right hip. Then take your right hand, thread it through your legs, back around the left knee, and really sink your head and shoulders down into the mat. Maybe take the hands to the top of your left knee if you want to go a little deeper into that stretch. And just sigh and just let everything go. Good. Now change legs. Left ankle goes over the right knee. So we have our left hand on top of the left knee, right hand behind the right. We push the left away as we pull the right in. So again, trying to open up the hip. Big breath. Good. And take your left hand through the legs, around the back of the right knee. And again, really just try to get your head down, get your shoulders down. Like open up your upper body, try to find a little space under your lower back. If you can tilt that pelvis forward. And then if you can, take your hands to the top of the knee and again, hug that knee in a little closer. Now uncross your legs and just have the hands at the back of your right leg. Extend your right toe up to the ceiling. Maybe climb up that leg, almost like you're climbing a rope. So you can get your hands any higher on the leg. And then flex your foot, pull the toes in. Point the toe, again, flex, feel, change the muscles as you flex and point. Really enjoy that stretch with the flex. Last one, hold the flexed foot and then just hold that leg in your right hand and drop it out to your side. Take your left hand to the left hip, try to keep that hip down as the leg drops out towards your right. Straighten the leg, pull Pull that foot up towards your shoulder, and then cross the leg across your body. Switch hands on the leg. Extend your right arm out to the side as that right leg goes over to your left. And again, we try to extend, stretch that leg straight, flex the foot, pull the leg up towards your shoulder. Take a deep breath in and let it go. We change sides now. So just extend your right leg along the mat, left leg into your hands, toes pointing up to the ceiling, shoulders down on the mat. So you can walk up any higher up the back of that leg, and then flex, pull the toes in, get the leg straight, point, flex, and point. Again, just notice the difference in the muscles when you move that foot. Finish with a flexed foot, pull it in a little closer, and then hold that leg in your left hand as you drop it out to the side. Right hand comes to your right hip just to anchor the hip down. Take that foot a little closer to your shoulder, get the leg a little straighter, and then pass the leg from your left hand over into your right arm. Extend your left arm out to the left corner of the room. Try to keep your left hip down and really stretch that leg. Pull the foot in towards your shoulder. Flex the foot, maybe moving the foot around a couple of times. Good. And come back to the center point. Bend your knees and both feet are down on the mat. I just want you to kind of windscreen wipe with the knees left and right to massage out your lower back. Knees and feet slightly apart. Last two. And remember the next one, we come onto the right side, we're going to roll all the way over, coming to all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your knees up, press into your heels, arch your back. So just hold that stretch for a deep breath in, really hollowing the abdominals. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let your head hang over your body, hands behind the ankles, not the head. Shake it side to side. Soften the knees, scoop everything in, and roll yourself all the way up to standing. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms overhead. And then finish with a bounce up onto your toes, arms to your sides, and then just swing everything out. Good, well done, really good session today. Hope you enjoyed that. We're back this evening with an advanced session, and I think that might be it for, wait, no, we're back tomorrow. It's only Wednesday, I'm confused. Anyway, best to check the Instagram and the Facebook accounts. They know what's going on. See you soon.